Off the coast of Florida, on an aircraft carrier with some of our most sophisticated detection and tracking technology. Even there, the world's most elite pilots are not safe from unexpected encounters. Navy cryptologist Matt Roberts, working top-secret intelligence aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier, has an incredible story.
This was unlike anything I'd ever seen. In 2015, we were preparing for deployment, and one of my buddies who worked in another part of intel on the ship said, "Hey, check this out."
What Matt sees is highly classified footage taken by one of the fighter pilots as he tracks an unidentified object blazing through the sky.
My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
The thing that immediately struck me was that there was no sign of propulsion. There didn't appear to be any kind of aviation surfaces. There were no wings.
Did you dodge the moving target? No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Look at the try.
Listening to the pilots' reactions, it was clear that they were having the same reaction I had. This is not something that should exist.
Matt's job is off the flight deck, but he's seen enough fighter jet footage to know that this is incredibly abnormal, with no easy, earthly explanation.
It was almost like somebody had hit me in the face with a shovel. I had this feeling that just washed over me that they're here for me.
This first encounter is just the beginning for Matt, and will one day become the smoking gun that cracks the classified world of UFO sightings wide open.
What exactly are we dealing with here? Whose is it? Where is it from? And what's it up to? I think from a military perspective, finding a threat that is unknown is really problematic.
Across the country, another airborne threat rocketed up the West Coast in 2017, sending Oakland Air Traffic Control into a frenzy and scrambling intercept jets. The communications between the pilots and air traffic control reveal a deeply troubling, highly unusual event.
Hey, do you know what that target south of the boundary there, that 0027 code moving very fast at 37,000?
Oh, look at that thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh. And you don't have anything on him, huh?
I got nothing.
All right, I'll report that.
As the mysterious object speeds into Seattle's airspace, it's reported by one commercial flight, then another, then another.
Center, good evening, Southwest 4712, flight level 380, and we're watching that unknown aircraft at 1 o'clock.
But the menacing craft isn't showing up on air traffic control radar, forcing them to depend on pilot eyewitness reports to pinpoint its location.
United 612, take a look out the right side for an airplane that may be northbound 370-ish.
Yeah, we got him.
When you have these unknown aircraft entering airspace that do not have a transponder that can appear or disappear on radar, this adds this frightening layer to flying in an aircraft.
Airspace has been invaded, and lives are in danger. So fighter jets are sent to intercept the ominous craft.
So do you have a last reported heading speed and altitude for the violator?
He's parallel to United 612. He's just been there the whole time. No markings, unable to determine the type of an aircraft right now.
Their lives literally may depend on what this craft's intentions are.
Air traffic controllers across the Pacific West Coast are baffled.
So there was definitely something out there.
There was definitely something. Now we got fighters out flying all over. They don't know where they're going or what they're looking for.
And just like that, it was gone, without a trace. These incredible mid-air sightings challenge all logic and training, leaving their witnesses rattled.
Up to this point, there was nothing in my naval career that I couldn't just put away. I didn't have an answer for that. I didn't know.
But what do we do with this building momentum of sightings and information?
I think we need to start getting some of those secrets out into the public.
I don't buy the mass hysteria theory. We know what's out there. We're just waiting for the government to pick up the pace.
I have a certain level of trust in my fellow man that he can handle this without going nuts. I was already a believer, but I just thought, oh, I'll never see one.
Back on the USS Theodore Roosevelt, Matt Roberts is grappling with unexpected emotions.
I found myself just watching this footage over and over again. I didn't understand that reaction that I was having, but it was incredibly emotional and very disturbing. It was on par with, you know, being deployed and when my younger brother was dying of cancer, it rose to that level of emotion for me.
When someone like Matt, who sees things that are top secret, looks at this video and has absolutely no explanation, that's incredibly important.
Science tells us this is impossible. So there was this kind of questioning of everything that I thought to be reality up to this point. I wasn't sure what to believe.
And some mysteries may never be answered.
If there was some kind of program that studied this in the government, I wasn't read into it, so I'm just never gonna know what this was all about. This wasn't something I ever thought would see the light of day.
But years later, Matt finds himself once again face to face with the disturbing footage. And this time, it's in the public eye.
One day my brother sends me a link to the New York Times article about the Pentagon's UFO program. Here I am watching this footage now on my phone that I had initially seen behind closed doors in a classified space. It was like somebody had knocked the wind out of me.
The release of top secret UFO footage stuns our population.
Luis Elizondo ran the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. We know that in around 2017, he began to have these videos declassified.
What we have are referred to as the gimbal, the go fast, and the FLIR.
They made a big splash in the media. It was shocking. It was not something that we were expecting. You've got the establishment media now actually looking at this as a serious, genuine phenomenon.
The genie is definitely out of the bottle now. The U.S. government has officially shown us these videos of objects they cannot explain. There's no going back from that.
For Matt, the official release of this incredible UFO evidence has a powerful and profoundly personal impact.
I was there when this was collected. Watching this again, I was having just this intense emotional reaction to it, and it wouldn't go away. Even though I was never a believer, I believe it now. This has obviously changed my life. I thought I was going to stay in the Navy and retire. I decided against that.
It's not for any of us to tell somebody in the military how they're supposed to risk their career by coming forward with a UFO story. For those that do, you find that they're usually guided by a higher sense of public and civic duty.
This footage was released to the public, and what happened as a result was this massive resurgence of interest in UFOs.
We're comparing, we're analyzing, we're asking questions.
The public woke up to the reality that something is making incursions into American airspace.
There's a lot we don't know about this, but it does appear to fit the pattern of long-standing UFO encounters by the United States military.
The mind-blowing saga continues months later for Matt and the crew of the USS Theodore Roosevelt, when the UFO suddenly returns.
We were out on deployment somewhere in the Middle East. A coworker of mine, the one that had told me about the videos to begin with, just looks at me and he says, "They're back."
So there were pilots who saw this object. There were people at the radar center on the Roosevelt, as well as its support vessels, that would have seen these objects on radar.
Making it even stranger, this time, the unknown craft shows up in an active conflict zone with terrifying implications.
Are you kidding me? This was not ours. We wouldn't test a piece of multi-billion-dollar equipment in a live fire environment where nobody is informed. It just doesn't make sense.
These UFO events open our eyes and minds to frightening, incredible new possibilities when seasoned pilots encounter aircraft with abilities that perplex and astound.